Hi, everybody. Hi. Oh my gosh, what a gorgeous day. Oh my gosh. See the sun everywhere. Oh my gosh. There's so much light. So much Pleiadians in the house. How's everybody doing? This is Joanna. Feeling so good. Hello, anybody there? Hello. Yes, you see all the light. There you are. There you are. I see you. How is everybody? It's awesome, isn't it? Awesome. So excited. I'm like a little kid wanting to burst. Do you know why? Had an amazing experience. So many, all the time. Those that want to join our Facebook and connect with us. I put up pictures of our light ships. All the preparations of who we're becoming as multidimensional beings of light and helping one another out and helping our new systems of altruism and our new systems of love and light and being one with the fairies and the Gaia and all the energies that are always with us at all times for us to be our most blessed, incredible, fantastic, happy, joyful selves, which is why we're here. We're meant to be happy. We're not meant to be stuck in energies that make us feel, ugh. And it's okay that we feel that, but just know that you're meant to feel good. So move through those energies, let them go, have it be okay. Call in spirit to help you surrender those energies that make you feel trapped, that make you feel stuck down, that make you feel repressed, and whatever it might be that feels heavy and dense, because there's a belief within it that's not yours. Most often than not, the beliefs that you're carrying that make you feel so heavy and not as the spirit wants to be free and soaring are not yours. They were blessed to you and gifted to you by your parents. And all the energies and the lineage and the socioeconomic systems and on and on and on. And that's okay. But you can choose just to put it on the table and sort it out. Say, that's not mine. It's not even mine. It's not mine. I don't need to carry it. It's not mine. And you can choose to let it go. Because some shit is just not yours. You don't have to carry it. That's not mine. I remember somebody told me that when I was 2. I'm not carrying it anymore. Part of my experience was having this profound, like, repressed memory experience yesterday that, again, while you're having them, they're not fun. I get it. Been there a jillion times. I always laugh when somebody says, like, the dark night of the soul. No, it's like dark night of the soul that goes on forever. You know, when you're transmuting not only your lineage and divine feminine energies that have been about subjugation, suppression, and depression and control for eons, thousands of years. It's not just a one dark night of the soul. It's constant. You know, you're constantly letting go of energies and beliefs and densities and programs and belief patterns that aren't even yours. But we have to be able to live through those experiences of those great discomforts to find out, wow, that's just not who I am. This is who I am. So we need that friction, which is what I went through this morning. After I had, this repressed memory experience yesterday of when I was about 2 years old. And it was this culminating experience that has been following me around my whole life, because if you're not allowing those repressed energies and those psyche wounds, repressing who you are as this beautiful, fanciful being, that stays with you, and you end up attracting friends that have those same projections of you, and partners and lovers and all of those experiences that we attract. And our children end up reflecting certain aspects of those things for us to really get to the core of, you know what, that's others' projections, and you're here to help me see that, and you're here to help me be more of who I am. You're here to help inspire me of more who I am. You're here to help me transcend who I am. So there's all of these reflections that we call in at any point in our story for us to change the perspective of who we are and not take on that perspectives of others. And that is the renewal of thyself, and knowing who you are and loving who you are and honoring who you are, all within you. But it takes that you just sort it out, in the daily self-care. Open up your journal and just start talking with spirit. What did this experience show me? What was that repressed memory all about? And how has it allowed me to navigate through my life and still attract those same people of energies of limitation? And no, you can't be like that. You have to be like this. And you can't be that happy. You've got to be like this. And you can't have that over there because you've got to do this. But we were brought into those situations so that we can actually shine in who we are and not feel bad about shining, not feel bad about being our authentic, joyful, giddy self and outlandish at times, and have that be okay. And that was one of my repressed memories, is that when I was this beautiful, sacred, gorgeous little child that was able to talk with all spirit in all ways, And in anywhere I was able to talk with spirit, and I was able to play with spirit, and other people couldn't see what I saw. Other people couldn't hear what I heard. And the angels I was playing with and the collectives that I would play with. And it really freaked other people out because they didn't get it. They couldn't see it. And that allowed them to reflect upon their belief systems and their lack of their inner beauty and their creativity. But, because, awakening wasn't discussed way back then. They just, walked around in their discomfort of who they were and their lack of self. But the projections of their anger and their hatred onto someone that was just living so beautifully in their peaceful, joyful self, we took those on. I took those on. I took those energies on. And I felt after a while that it wasn't okay to be me. It wasn't okay to be happy. And then you just end up attracting people that, you want to bring light to and you want to save, and just more people that just don't want you to be happy. Because it makes them feel uncomfortable. And then they have to sort out why they're not happy. And that's okay. That's the part of the process. It's a part of, we need that friction. We all need it. We all need that friction to say, why is that person so happy? What's my friction about? Those are those inner battles within us. So when you got to sort out those inner battles, why does that person's joy and happiness make me feel so icky? Well, sort it out. That's your inner battle that you're reflecting, calling that person in that's being so happy to show you, well, you can be happy too. You don't have to feel like you have to walk around being angry and mad or upset. You don't have to choose that. It's just those systems we've been brought up in that it must be really hard work to be a part of life. We've all grown up in those environments. I remember so many times my parents saying that, you got to work hard. And I've always worked so hard. I mean, I've oftentimes having 2 and 3 jobs when I first got out of school, went to college, plus having 2 jobs. Always working. Even when I'm not working, I'm working. Most people that, my family, for so long, just say, you got to rest. Like, you got to be able just to rest. When was the last time you rested? I say, I don't know. I got to write another book. Let me get this book out. And it's just like, those are just the energies we come with as, light seed workers and mission holders. And we're here to break the codes, man. Break the codes. Got to break the codes, and I can be happy doing it. But this epiphany came to me when this like repressed memory of being completely ostracized and belittled and bullied because of the shine that I carried and because of speaking with spirit in the way that I did. And this was from a very earliest memory, and it came with a lot of anger and hatred, because the people that were observing it didn't understand it, and they felt as if it was crazy and devilish, not understanding that I came from many universes and many star systems to be that anchor of light, that our life is purely fanciful if we choose. The universe is a playground. Are you okay with that? If it makes you uncomfortable, then just, start sorting out why you don't want to be happy. Because we're meant to be on this beautiful adventure of fancifulness. And remember, as Spirit always says, that we're all in a perfect place in all moments. There's no judgment on any of it. I'm merely bringing my personal stories forward because I've lived through every part of it. I've lived through those moments when I've judged. I've lived through those moments when I've damned. I've lived through those moments of addiction. I've lived through those moments of abuse. I've lived through those moments of being molested. I've lived through those moments of picking myself back up when I was being teased and bullied and criticized for everything. And it wears on you after a while. And then you just have those awakening moments where I'm done. I'm removing these energies that aren't mine. Those energies of not being enough, those energies of projections of not enough, those energies of projections of hatred and damning, and they're not mine. They're not mine. I'm okay with being fanciful. I'm okay with being outlandish. I'm okay with being whoever I am in any one moment, because that's why I'm here. I'm here to remind humanity we're meant to be joyful. We're meant to know that we can be successful, because success is the honoring of who you are as a sacred soul. And that success of being you, of expressing you and exploring you and experiencing you, will always bring the light. It will always bring what you need. As Source said to me this morning, you will always be given what you need when you step into fully being you. When you honor who you are, at the soul of who you are. Don't hide being outlandish. Be you. Be fully you, because you know that when you were in the playground and when you brought so much joy, when you were dancing around the house and bringing so much joy to people, entertaining them with your light, and being that beautiful person of light, and showing others that it's okay to be goofy, it's okay to be silly, and it's okay to be just outlandish and joyful and fanciful, because you're honoring that spirit that's in all things. When the forest is in about doing its forest stuff, there's a song going on there, make no mistake about it, and it's fanciful. When the fairies and the angels are working with the flowers and the Elohim are working with the energies of the grids and the Gaia, that's fanciful, make no mistake about that. They're having fun. We're here to remember we are spirit beings creating matter. What kind of matter do we want to create? Do we want to create fanciful, beautiful, miraculous experiences, or do we want to continue to walk around in energies that are just routines of suppression and depression? Because we're not allowing that spirit to flow. We're not allowing that spirit to be expressed. That, you know what? Yeah, today I can be happy. Today I can just learn to be who I am as spirit and have it be okay. And just show others it's okay. And it's okay that you have those moments where you just want to swear your head off because you just want to swear. You know, F this and F that and F this and F that. Fine. Just have your few minutes. Let it go. Let the energies move. As long as you're not doing it at people or to people, you know, and just let it go. Say, I'm letting this anger go, universe. It's not directed to anyone in specific. I just want to yell. And you just let that go. Just say, this is anger that's been stuck inside me because people have been projecting anger at me their whole life. So I'm going to let it go because it's not my anger, because I know who I am. I'm happy. I'm joyful. Every cell in my body right now is laughing because I'm finally standing up and saying, it's okay to be outlandish and this is who I am, and so be it. So be it. It's who I am. I'm okay with it. Finally. Finally. Goodness gracious. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that suppressed memory. That's the friction. When that comes up, you're ready for it, even though it will make you bawl your face off because it was such a painful memory of you not being accepted, of you not being belonging in where you were brought up in. And those that, discreetly turn their backs on you because they're not okay with your uniqueness and your outlandishness, then that is that lack of belonging and accepting that every single person on this planet, make no mistake about it, make no mistake about it, make no mistake about it, every person on this planet wants to feel. Everybody just wants to know they belong. Everybody. They just act it out in different ways and they behave it out in different ways because that's the only thing that we know as egocentric beings. But now we're awakening to who we are as spirit. And now we get to say to one another, it's okay that you're going through what you're going through. You're just acting from those fight or flight reactions that are egoic, but you can soak within your heart and just open up to spirit. Be spirit. And just give yourself compassion, forgiveness. It's okay. It's okay that you react and do things and say things that aren't really what spirit is. It's because when we were kids, that's all we had to do. Is that when the ones that love you most rejected you the most. And those are those repressed memories that you bring back forward and say, it's time for you to be born again. Because who you were when that first moment of rejection took place, before that, you were that perfect, beautiful, outlandish little person that came to bring light to this planet that so many people need to be reminded of. And yeah, you know what? 7 billion people, not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone's going to be okay with it. And that's okay. It's okay. Who said everybody had to agree? Who said anything about 7 billion people having one perspective and one point of view? No. We've all come with deep soul wounds. We've all come with deep traumatic soul wounds. We've all come with experiences through which that will make you bawl your face off and swear your face off. Just don't point it at anyone and don't belittle and be belligerent to any one person because they're your brother and their sister in all spirit world. They're the angels and they're the masters that are helping you in everything that you have trouble with. And we always forget it. Even those of us that are walking mastery, my teams are constantly reminding me. You can either return to those behaviors and those patterns that keep you in those vibrations of feeling less than and lack, and you just keep manifesting less than and lack. Or you can just let it all go. They're not you. You can choose consciously. I consciously choose to let this go. It's not me because I accept me now and I want to reborn myself right now, right now, right now. Right now, I give myself rebirth. Right now, I've always been outlandish. I've always been quirky. I've always done my makeup and my hair in different ways. I've always wanted to make people giggle. And it's okay that people don't giggle. It's okay with that. I get that now and I'm okay with it now. I don't care. What matters to me is that I get to be fully me and every cell in my body is awake and laughing. And what's okay with me is that I get to show Everybody that absolutely knows me at the truthful level of my heart, they absolutely know that it's okay to be exactly who you are, and know that source, creator, the universe, and every spirit that is within a light program will support you in you being fully, actively, joyfully, benevolently, outlandishly you. You will be supported. Step into your joy, step into your bliss. And when those repressed memories come up, that's the friction you need to remember who you are and forgive. Forgive those that judged you and made you feel so wrong for being you. Forgive those that made you feel so less than and bullied for being you. Forgive those that made you feel so wrong for being happy and joyful and shiny. Forgive it all. Forgive it all, forgive it all. Because in another realm, in another body, it was you. Another realm, another body, it was someone that you had tormented. Another realm, another body, it was others that were doing things to you. And we all come back to ring around the rosy. Who's going to play what today? Who's going to play what today? And can we learn to live in love? Can we learn to let go and just be love instead of playing those same egoic games? Who's winning, who's losing, who's going to take, who's going to win? Why not just everybody win? Just release it all. And those repressed memories, bring it forward. Because that's going to be my friction where I say, that wasn't my belief, that was their pain and their trauma. And I get to accept who I am today. And I'm a little bit quirky, and I'm a little bit strange and peculiar and outlandish, but that is the new beauty. And that's exactly what my teams told me this morning. It just made me bawl my face off once again. I'm going to read it to you because it was so amazing. And we're going to do a Gaia card. They said, the standards of beauty are changing on your planet. Because I've been talking about beauty a lot and trying to understand and bring that soulful beauty forward on what that really is and how we capture that within ourselves and how we honor it and how we bathe within it. And we give ourselves that love and nourishment so that we're reminding ourselves of who we are as spirit and the beauty of spirit and living in as beauty as spirit. And I'm so grateful for all my tribe, and I love you all so very much because I can feel your energy when I'm in the videos, and so many of you send me emails and messages, and I love you so much, and my heart just goes out to you. We're a big happy family. We're connecting now. We might be on Sirius or Pleiades or Arcturus and all the other planets that I'm just clearing because I'm so excited to be with my tribe. And so they said beauty on your planet is changing, and I was asking them, I said, well, in what way can you go deeper and richer? Because I've been encapsulating the new understandings of beauty, because as you awaken into more who you are and you come to those moments of rebirth, you start awakening to your own inner beauty of you as source, as source. You start awakening to letting go of everything that was and honoring it all. It was such a beautiful ride, and I appreciate everything and everyone that's been on my path because it's taught me how to be so forgiving and so accepting, because there's aspects in each and every person that I had to call forward to face those harsh realities of what I had repressed. And I needed those people and their harsh experiences to show me, like, holy cow, where did that come from? Where did I have that somewhere within me that I just repressed for so long? I didn't want to be myself and little silly and little, that little girl that just wants to dance and have fun with the fairies and the gnomes. But that's the new beauty. So that we inspire each other through our own outlandishness. And so they said, because the standards are changing, because you're finding that you're more rich in spirit and you're deep within compassion for the new world beauty is that. So it's being rich with compassion, and it's being rich in the beauty of who we are as spirit, to be outlandish and silly as spirit, to inspire one another. It's okay to have those moments where you just break down and want to cry and you just don't know the answers. You're not gonna. Face that challenge that's in front of you and love it to death. Love it. Just say, love it. I'm going to love this in front of me because it's showing me the divine relationship that I had held myself back and I believed others' definitions of me. And that's not mine. I choose not to take it on anymore because I am outlandish. I'm a little silly. I'm a little quirky, and I'm a little beautiful inside of that. And that's what's beautiful. Because we remind each other at the spirit level that we're all, each of us here, uniquely to inspire one another to be our best, to bring beauty, to bring fashion, to bring creativity, to bring business, to bring whatever we want to call it, whatever names, it doesn't matter. We're here to bring new experiences to new levels of beauty and richness because it's the expression of our soul. That's why we're here. We're not here to fit into anyone's boxes or definitions from thousands of years ago. We are here to bring beauty back through our soul of who we are, the expression of our soul. And that's what's so exciting. That's what's so liberating, because your soul is vast. Your soul is not just on this planet. Your soul is everywhere, bringing beauty tips from the Pleiades, bringing beauty tips from Arcturus, bringing the oneness that we have with Gaia, the oneness that we have with herbs and botanicals, and the beauty that we can hear songs in nature, the beauty that we can hear songs in one another as our hearts are opening up, saying, yes, I want to be outlandish too. What's my version of outlandishness? What's my version of happiness? What's my version of being light? That's why we're here. We're here to remind each other to be reborn. Be reborn in joy. Be reborn in your own uniqueness of who you are. Your spirit just craves expression. And that in and of itself, make no mistake about it, I've written about this so many times. An article I did, I think, the beginning of last year, when we were talking, and I was being introduced to divine relationship. That mind-boggling experience of, they were showing me the micro macro. That's when I began talking about micro macro, was when they were showing me the divine relationship, and how at the core of everything is that evolutionary kick that catalyzes evolution in all species, because it's all source. And understanding it right in the crucible of it, that's where evolution exists. That's where your healing exists. That's where the all exists. And so, and they were showing me that this beautiful experience of who we are within the all, at the center of any trauma, that source creator asking you to go within it and know your perfection, because they are from limiting systems of belief that have little to do with your expression of who you are as spirit. And as you express yourself as spirit, you are healing in and of itself all your traumas. Because your traumas not being, your traumas that were never expressed in your authenticity, when you express yourself in authenticity, you're healing all of those moments that you thought you were less than, or you were told you were less than, or you had to act a certain way to be accepted, or say certain things to be accepted. And then you become so fragile in your personality, you don't even know who you are. Because you're trying to fit into all of these other people that just say you don't fit. Well, that's their version of not fitting. It doesn't have to be yours. Because I fit. Right now I fit. I feel perfectly fit. I'm having fun. You know, and it's okay if you feel like you don't fit, because you're judging that experience based on what I'm offering you as perfectly fit and fine within who I am. Because you don't have to accept it. You can do whatever you want. But right now I'm fit and I'm perfect in who I am. I get to choose that. Every person gets to choose it. Every person gets to say, who am I today with spirit? That's why we don't look outside of ourselves for who we are. Don't look outside yourself for who you are. Who am I with spirit? Who am I in my expression of spirit? Who am I on how I want to express my beauty today, and how I want to come forward in my beauty, and how I want to come forward in the beautifulness of who I am and the awesomeness of who I am, because each and every one of us are beautiful. Even when we're acting like the scared children in the playground, we're still beautiful. We're still perfect. Just we're trying to figure it all out. And sometimes it comes out in, sometimes not so positive ways. But we're all in the same experience, just perceiving it from different angles and levels. But we have to be on those different levels so that we show each other there's a different way. And it's okay if you operate in whatever way you operate, because you're still my family. I still love you. I still love you. You're perfect. You're perfect. You're perfect. You're perfect. And don't let anybody tell you you're not, because you're perfect. You have everything that you need to be the most beautiful, outlandish, beautiful, joyful, spiritually expressive person that you can be, you desire to be in any one moment. Dance and sing and play and be rich with you. That's the new beauty. That is the new beauty. It's like socio-altruism. That's the new beauty, where we stand up for who we are as spirit and we say it's all okay. Our journeys are so tough, but we got one another. We got one another's back. It's okay to go off and soar for a little while. It's okay to go this way for a little while. It's okay to go that way for a little while. And we all support one another, because you're all going to come back and say, hey, I needed you. I needed you. I need you. I need you. I needed you to show me that so that I can go this way now. I needed you to show me that so that I can transcend that and go this way now and be totally happy in who I am. Everything is a reflection to say, wow, I'm beautiful today. I got this. And sometimes we do act like little scared children on the playground because we just don't know how else to be. Nobody showed us. We've never been here before. And it's okay, you're beautiful. The heavens love you. God loves you. Spirit loves you. The ascended masters love you. Your teams and angels love you. You are so loved and you are so protected and you are so valued. Your creative expression and being you, everything that you go through, every step on Jacob's ladder that you have to go through as a soul, it's okay. Because you get to come back to center and say, okay, why did I take that step and how can I be more loving of me? Because it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter what anybody else wants. I get to choose for me how I get to move, how I get to express myself, and how I get to be. And I'm offering that same to others. It's okay. It's okay. It's totally okay. And also set boundaries, that when something is harming you or hurting you, to say, that's not okay. I'm going to go over here now. And that's when you get to know who you are and what's okay for you, and how you want to be treated, and how you want to be valued, and how you want to be held sacred, and you want to be held treasured and beautiful. And that's where that centering and that ambulance of who you are. You're an emblem of your royal legacy in the heavens. You don't just come from this planet. Make no mistake about it. You're all over the place. And that's royalty. You came here with royalty within all that you are. You come from so many planets, so many different systems, so many different angelic and ascended experiences here on earth, outside of earth, everywhere. There's nothing you can't do or express. You're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. And it's okay that you have those moments where it doesn't feel safe and it doesn't feel okay, and you're trying to sort yourself out. That's the process of awakening. Where one day you feel like totally you, and the next day you're totally ripping off all those layers, because you know what? That was not me. That was about 10 people's version of me, and that doesn't feel comfortable anymore. I don't want those clothes, and you're ripping them off faster than you can put them on. Because it's not you anymore. That's what awakening is all about, to say, yeah, this is my new style now. It's my new style. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's funny because someone was sharing with me the other day, talking about social norms and stuff like that. And I was talking about, I just sometimes I just put my headphones on and I just dance in the street, and I'm doing all my hand motions and stuff. And that person was saying, well, aren't you just, what about the social norms? And that's not okay, because people are going to think you're this and you're that, and they're going to start. So who says there's any rule that says that's not a social norm? There's no rules. There's no rules. As long as you're not purposely going out and hurting people. But if I'm dancing, just moving my hands, so I'm okay with it. I'm okay with being fanciful. I'm okay with flicking my hair. I'm okay with it, because it makes me feel good. It makes me be me, and it makes me recenter to say, yes, I'm in love with who I am. I'm rich and deep in who I am, and I'm feeling vibrant and voluptuous in who I am. And that's owning who I am as a spirit, and not succumbing to any other energies and definitions that are just not me. I can view it and perceive it as okay and detach from it. That's the hard part. That's mastery, where everything is absolutely perfect and okay, not judging it, detaching emotionally from it, and not taking any of it on as your own. That's mastery. And that takes a lot of practice. A lot of practice. When I was musing with Jesus, we were talking about the differences of energy in timelines, because when he was going through the similar energies of him being who he was, and him being ostracized, and being bullied for what he taught, and having no certain temple sanctuary type of thing, and having so many follow him and be with him and his energy, and just be beautiful and fanciful, and loving the Gaia energy that he was able to tap into and honor and teach people and offer people. And I was saying, well, now there's 7 billion people on the planet, and there's so much more energies to work through and navigate through, and he was showing me that it still returns to who you are at the center of who you are. It doesn't matter. But it takes great practice and mastery to return to your center and not feel pressed against and pushed against by energies that are not your own. And that's mastery. It takes great practice, and why empaths and why healers and crystal children really have to really attune themselves to their own vibratory field, to really get out in nature a lot, and to really take that time to renew themselves and regenerate themselves with spirit, because they do carry a great big field. The field we carry is not, necessarily, similar to anybody else's field. It's different. In different ways, it's unique. Everybody is unique. Everybody's fields, everybody's pacings, everybody's gifts, it's all unique and different and fanciful, and that's meant to be. It's all purposeful. But what is a true mastery is knowing who you are within. Who am I today? And how do I want to express myself? And will I be okay if people won't accept me? You've got to be okay with that. You know, and those of us that have come as light workers wanting to please everybody and help everybody, those have been the hardest lessons to learn, especially when they're your most loved ones. And sometimes that's mastery too. One of Jesus's, you know, one of his primary lessons, you know, a prophet is never accepted in his own town, because they've grown up with that person, and that person has always been known as the person next door and never had many valued gifts at all. You know, I'm not sure why that always is, but it's like when you go outside and people are appreciating when you're not from there, it's like, wow, that's so amazing. You can do that. And they appreciate you. When the people in your town thought you were, you know, didn't have any gifts and you weren't accepted any. So, but that's becoming okay with who you are. It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter what's going on in the outside world. Your center of presence is always beautiful and perfect. And you get to be just who you are and perfect who you are. And that is ascension. It's always found within. Always, always, always. As within, so without, as above, so below, because you above is here. You above is anchoring here. You above is anchoring your gifts here. You above is anchoring your joy and your outlandishness and your beauty and your magnificence, so that other people can wake up and say, there's light in all moments. There's light in all moments. And which version do I want to be today? And how can I bring myself to new beauty? And how can I express myself in new beautiful ways? And how can I allow my shine to be something that somebody needs in that moment to know what? It's okay to smile and just be silly. It's okay to smile and open up and offer someone a compassionate hand. It's okay. It's all perfect. It's all okay. So we're going to read that again, and then we're going to go to our Gaia message. Thank you, Spirit. I have all my books everywhere. So they said, the standards of beauty on your planet are now changing. And beauty is rich in spirit and deep in compassion. This is the new world beauty. So to be deep and rich in your own spirit. So know what spirit means to you. What does spirit mean for me? Am I being spirited? Or am I acting from a place that is from old belief patterns and old systems of becoming that's not me? I want to try something different today, and that's who I am today. I'm okay with it. Because I love everybody in it. Because I was there. I'm you. I was you 2 years ago. I was you a year ago. I was you. And you're just seeing your love and your connection in all of it. Not judging it, not damning it, not separating it. And also knowing when to stand in your power and say, that's not okay. I'm really sacred and I deserve higher and greater treatment. And I'm going to go this way and seek of it, in search of it, because I'm worthy of it. I get to be okay with that now. I get to say, wow, I'm rich. I'm really rich. And I'm showing you that you're rich too. You just got to find it within yourself. That's the journey. Or not. Again, it's always free will and it's always perfect. It's always perfect. It's beautiful and powerful and perfect. And that's where we're all getting to. It's okay. It's all okay, your source creator. And you'll get to your point of awakening when you're ready. You'll get to that magical point where you'll have that suppressed memory come forward and it'll transform your life and say, wow, that's why I went through my whole life doing and attracting and being what I was. Because you know what? That was the belief of someone else saying that who I truly was not accepted. And it was really painful not to be accepted by the people that were supposed to love you and protect you and guide you the most. But now I get to be that for myself now. Even at 51, there were little glimpses of it throughout my whole life. And there were little glimpses of where my soul and my spirit, my higher self were trying to lead me back to that core energy that I came here as and for. That was my mission. But now at 51, I get to say, this is my rebirth and there's no going back. And this being in this vibration of outlandishness, of this being joyful and this being that unblemished person and that little gorgeous little child that was so sacred to begin with, I'm not going to be held back anymore from being joyful and happy and pleasant in my spirit and rich in my spirit, because I want to inspire others. It's okay to be rich in spirit. It's okay to know that, you know what? Maintain positive and optimism. Even when you're coming out of those dark moments, you say, okay, there's going to be light. There's going to be light. And I'm just going to open up and I'm going to call it in. I call in a new version of me, and I don't know what that looks like, but all I know is that I just let go of a whole bunch of density and I choose to be this new version of me, and I'm calling in codes of this new version of me. I'm calling in codes of things I've never thought of before. I'm calling in codes and new memories that as I walk about in my day, my teams and my higher self are going to inspire me. My teams and my higher self are going to remind me of who I was when I came here. My teams are going to remind me of you know what? Beauty means something different now than it did a year ago, or you're ready to let go of all of those beliefs. That other people said that's beautiful, or the jillion magazines you've looked through that said this is beauty, or the products that were sold that this is beauty. No, you get to create what beauty means to you, and you get to do it in a way that is nothing like that's been for thousands of years. And in our tribal times and our Egyptian times, beauty was something that was purely based on wisdom and intuitiveness. It was based on the wisdom and how we use it to honor one another, to value one another, to lift others up, to empower and encourage a new sense of being one with one another. Isn't that beauty? Where you can look all in the eye and say, wow, it's been such a tough ride, but I love you. I love you, and you helped me become more of who I am. And I'm going to be free on my path, and I want you to be free too. You're my brother and sister, and all spirit, we're holding hands. All spirit, each and every one of us. No matter how much pain and trauma you think you have with someone, on all realms of spirit, you are holding hands and you are helping one another out. Because on this level, we forget that we are all one. And we find out those little things that we nit and pick at one another. But you know what? On the higher realms, it's just like, we're all one. I'm going to show you this today, and it's going to test you. Can you let go of the pettiness, and can you surrender to love? And we practice it, and we practice it, and we practice it, and we practice it. And we fumble, and we fall, and we pick ourselves up again. Sometimes we walk away. Sometimes we never come back together. But we learn those lessons, and we say, I'm going to come back to truth. Now I'm going to come back to spirit, because I really want to practice my life in love. And it's going to be outlandish. For the rest of my life, I want to be outlandish. For the rest of my life, I want to be fanciful. For the rest of my life, I want to sing with the fairies. I want to dance with the fairies. I want to be one with Gaia. Because that makes my heart happy. Oh, it makes me so happy. When I've got the spirit and the angels and the Pleiadians in the house. Pleiadians are in the house. And Holy Mother, Father, and the creators and all that is spirit with us, so that they offer us the highest vibrations of who are you today? Can you be a little silly? Can you be a little joyful? Can you be a little in your own happiness and laughter? What is the vibration of laughter? What is the vibration of your laughter? What is the vibration of your laughter? And can you see every cell being transformed in your joy and in your laughter of you? Can you accept you as being laughter? Can you accept you as being joyful? Can you accept the beauty that is you in your laughter? Can you accept that is beauty? Laughter. Shishi aya, I am. This I am. Kadoish, kadoish, kadoish. Atanay tasbiya payen katakai koi doish. Siya mama kataka. Mula, mula, mula. Shishi kataka. Aish. See, I could have taken application. I honor you, I honor you, I honor you so much. I love you, I honor you. I honor you. I'm so humbled. I'm so humbled. Thank you, Spirit, the Holy Creators. Hi, sister, mama katatke, shishiatka. Hi, mama katatke, shishian, mama katatke. I take shishian, mama katatke. Ah, take shishian, mama katatke. Ah, la katatke. Hi, shishian, mama katatke, shishian, mama katatke, shishian, mama katatke. I take shishian, mama katatke. Sisian, mama katatke, shishian, mama katatke. I take shishiatka. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit, and all of creators. So profound, so profound. Thank you, Holy Creators. Thank you, Holy Creators. Thank you, Holy Creators. And so they were offering that this life is a gift. This life is a beautiful, beautiful, sacred, joyful, happy gift. And the micro macro of that is that the gift in that life is you. You are the life. You're the life. You are the life, that micro macro packet that's come here to birth and bless new life, to be the blessing of that new beauty, to be the beauty and the sacredness. You are sacred, you're holy, you're sacred, you're blessed, you're blessed, you're blessed. Seek your sacredness, seek your sacredness, seek your sacredness and the beauty that is like, for it's you. It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. You are the gift, you are the life. You are the life that blesses more life. You are the life that blesses more life. Happiness begets happiness. Life begets life. Life begets life. Life begets life. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy. Thank you, dear lighted ones. We thank you so much, dear creators, and we thank you so much. And we want to just give a beautiful, my new beautiful deck. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, Kaya! Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. So sacred. Thank you. So grateful. Thank you, Spirit. For everybody on earth, thank you. I pray for everybody. I pray for everybody. And I wish everybody the highest healthy and happy communion and the renewal of who they are with Spirit and who they are as Spirit. We thank you so much for coming forward in your sacredness and for being all that you are in your beauty. And we're being all that you are in your beauty, and shake off all those energies that are not yours. Shake off all those thought projections and those thought forms of who you thought you were in other lifetimes and other timelines, because this timeline is different. This timeline, you get to create happiness. This time you get to culminate all of your mastery and all of your wisdoms and all of your lessons. And you can say, now I get to choose. From the center of my heart, I get to choose. From the center of my heart, I get to be me. I get to be silly, outlandish, and happy, because you know what? This life is a gift, and I'm a gift. I am the gift that brings more life. I am the gift that brings more life. And I want to have fun. I get to be joyful, and I'm not going to feel bad for having fun. I get to be fun. I'm meant to be fun. I'm meant to be the gift that blesses more life. Ah, oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Tuberose. Tuberose. The secret of reaping the greatest fruitfulness and the greatest enjoyment from life is to live dangerously. In that part where other people think, like that conversation I had, are you afraid that people are going to look at you weird? No, it's just me being vibrantly and beautifully me. And I want to live on that edge. I want to live on that edge of how fanciful and how beautiful can I be, and how in joy of who I am can I be? How can I call in the spirits of all worlds and different worlds, and the sacredness that is source in all things? And how can I call it in and just be a little bit different with that, and call in that beautiful energy that we're becoming? We're harmonizing new higher vibrational energies. We've never been here before. Our consciousness awakens. The all awakens as we love and accept all that we are. And we be that now to thread new beginnings, thread new potentials. And the cells of our body change, our DNA changes, and we get to say, now is different. And I let go of all that other stuff that just kept me so fearful and so limited. It's not mine. And I choose to let it go. Because when we do, we have nobility and self-esteem. Because all that matters is how you feel about you. Just returning to you, I feel really great about who I am. I feel really great about who I am today. I just feel really great. I just feel really great. And as I'm looking at the clock, it says 11:44, master numbers, and creating new foundations of who we are. Thank you. There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow men. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self. Just allowing yourself to rise every day. That yesterday was a great day, and it taught me so much about feeling my emotions and being okay being in those sad places and those dense places. But I get to choose as a master. I get to choose to step out of it and say, those weren't my projections, they were somebody else's. And I get to own it as part of my path. You're not taking accountability for your experience. You're not taking accountability for your body and your health. What you're actually saying is that I honor it as a part of my path, and as a master, I get to choose anew. I account for it all, because right now I get to say, that's a part, and I'm going to pull out what I need from it. And now I get to choose who I am, and I get to create new. And that's powerful, master. And you're always seeking your highest and your best to become new and to become more rich in who you are. And we're going to pull a magical herb. Thank you. my other favorite deck. So beautiful. We're so grateful for who we are today. Thank you. And all that we're becoming. I'm so grateful for this new experience. Thank you for the wisdoms and our Gaia message for today. Oh, we were just talking about that earlier, the reflection. The reflection, this is the lemon balm. That's the herb, a lemon balm. And our reflection of one another. And you see, at any moment we're having reflections with creation. All of our ancestors and all of our tribesmen and all of our sacred angels. And we get to see in ourselves and one another our oneness. And any moment where we're being reflected beauty, at any moment we're being reflected sadness and kindness, and how we can deepen our compassion, how we can deepen forgiveness, how we can deepen acceptance, and how we can deepen the acknowledgement of who we are as vast beings of light. How we can acknowledge that all are children of Source Creator. There's not one person and being on this planet, not any aspect of life that is not valued in Source Design's greater existence of evolution. Every single aspect of life has a purpose and has a primary design plan. Nothing is left out. The smallest minute aspect of life, Source absolutely knows its life circle within it, which has always just mind-boggled me. I remember having a conversation a couple of weeks ago, and I was asking about this quantum particle, and they were saying, Source was just like, I absolutely know the life. I absolutely know the cycle of it all. I create it. And it's joy, it's fun. So when are you going to start getting happy about what you can create? You're going to be a part of it. You're going to be a part of that happy joy within the plan and the greater elegance of who you are as being outlandish and inspiring others to be outlandish too. Are you going to be part of that? It's okay if you're not, you're still loved. But Source absolutely knows and sees all. Source absolutely knows the cycle and the meaning of all. Source absolutely knows what you've got coming here, here, and here. Source knows what's going on in all aspects, all moments. It's a micro, macro. You're within it all. And your allness is saying, hey, you gotta be here right now, because right now you gotta do this. Right now you gotta do this. Right now you gotta reach out. Right now you gotta just receive. And that part of you is saying, okay, now this next. You're gonna let go of a fear here. You're gonna let go of a fear here. You're gonna have that suppressed memory that's gonna come up, because over here you're needed. And your soul self is constantly pulling you and taunting you lovingly and joyfully in a great dance of who you are. That's the ride. That's the ride. You're not going to know step by step. You're not going to have outcomes. You're not going to have A to Z. You're not going to have it all outlined for you. Source just says, surrender. Can you trust me? Can you trust this ride you're on? I've brought you here. And we've managed to go through so much together. You're going to be with me on this ride. And you just surrender and say, absolutely. I'm all in. Where's my backpack? I'm all in. Because Source will pick me up every time. The number of times I've been beaten, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and I had to come back every time and say, Source, who am I today? Please help me put myself back together. Because people are just showing me all these other versions of what they want from me, and all these other versions of what I thought I was, and all these other timelines that I'm tapping into that says, not this timeline is different. This timeline, you got to rise above. This timeline, you got to break the patterns. This timeline, you got to reach deep. This timeline, you got to reach higher. This timeline, you know yourself better. This timeline, you love yourself better. This timeline, you're going to be alone, but you're not really alone. This timeline, Source has you in every aspect, in every arena. Every arena. You have no idea how many angels follow you. You have no idea how many angels follow you. And all you got to do is just be love. That's gorgeous. That's the new beauty. When you just surrender into your spirit, and spirit will show you every step of the way how beautiful you are. And you'll see the gorgeousness just right before you in a little tiny, the sacredness of all, the beautiful sacredness that's in all life that you've just missed that day before. But now you're saying, wow, I'm awake. I can see it. That's it. That's me, because you're seeking it. I seek the beauty in you. I seek the knowing that you are going to heal. I believe in you. You're going to let go of that density. I believe in you that you're going to let go of the addiction. I believe in you that you're going to find yourself being happy today. I believe in you that you can stand up and say, wow, who am I today? I love myself. Who am I today? I can't wait to explore who I am. And all the beautiful sacredness is lifted. The sacredness is lifted because you brought yourself to that level. You saw it in yourself. You saw yourself as sacred. You felt yourself as sacred. You gave yourself permission just to be a little bit silly and to express the spirit of who you are. That's beautiful. Make no mistake about it. You're gorgeous. And you're needed here. You're needed here. Your voice is needed. Your beauty is needed for who you are as a spirit. And just come together and weave a little togetherness and oneness, because that's what we need. We need humanity to remember the spirit of who we are, that all is sacred. 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 You are sacred. And you're needed and you're loved, and we love you. Thank you, dear lighted ones. We love you. We rainbow you. Yay. So grateful. Anybody that wants to donate, our PayPal link donation is down below. We love you, everybody. Bye. We rainbow you.